Hi guys, Grampy here. It's Monday, August 23rd, and I'm at the lodge, and I'm going to compare quickly my two lawn mowers. One's a Cub Cadet 46-inch, the other, and it's a 2009. And the other is a brand new 2021 John Deere. The Cub Cadet is a LTX 1046 VT 46-inch cut, and the John Deere is an S130, and it's a 42-inch cut. Let's take a look. There we go. Now for 2009, this tractor's been pretty good. I had some deck issues where I kept throwing belts because one of the pulleys was out of alignment, and I've had to replace some bearings in the hubs, the pulley hubs. But other than that, it's been a good machine. I don't have any complaints other than the maintenance that I had to do to figure out what was wrong with throwing belts, and my wife couldn't use it in the meantime while I figured that deck issue out. I used this 2009 for trail grooming, and it's got a very good Briggs & Stratton 23 horsepower engine. It's a professional series. I have never had an issue with it. It's great. One of the features I love on this Cub Cadet is when you can, you have it started and you want to mow backwards and keep it in that mode, that safety off, so that you can mow backwards. You turn it to reverse, you push this button, this red light goes on, and you're in that mode the whole time you're cutting until you turn off the mower. I like that. It's got its parking brake here, electric PTO, its gas gauge here, sight gauge, throttle choke here. Got some, dash light, warning lights, oil, parking brake, PTO blade, battery. That's good. I have some instructions on it here for the kids that come and cut grass, and I have those indications marked on my height bar, which is, it takes a little muscle to move this thing, but that's okay, it works. And I got 10 psi on the tires front and rear. These are, these are 7-inch tires. Got a trailer ball on there, my transmission release. I like that. Spring, comfort seat, battery access. I don't like the fact that it's a solid seat. It's not particularly comfortable when it rains. It's outside, it catches moisture and stays wet. I don't like that. Other than that, I like the fact that it's got a little bit of storage room. Gas fill is here. Your clutch, your hydrostatic transmission clutch. This is your forward, your reverse, which is a separate pedal. That's fine, no big deal on that. It doesn't have the same turning radius as the John Deere. It's not as good. It's a little harder to steer, in fact. But it does handle, for a 46-inch cut, it handles the grooming on the trails quite well. And it's held up very, very good for being like a 12-year-old machine. This one, so much new about it. It's got smaller front tires, slightly smaller than Cub Cadet. I think maybe an inch smaller. The back tires are actually 9-inch as opposed to 7-inch. 9-inch. I like that for the grab. We got the trailer ball hitch option there. We have the transmission release, gas We have the spring seating. We have here an adjustment to move the seat up and back. Opened in the back, keep your back cool. I like that. There's more cushion on this seat than there is in the Cub Cadet. It's a much more comfortable ride. The steering is really sharp, tight turns, really much tighter than the Cub Cadet. I have a bumper in the front. I like that. It is an electronic PTO, so I could put a snowblower on it and other things if I wanted to. Here's a electronic PTO there. Gas on, lights. This shows the gas gauge. Start it up. It actually is more quiet than the Cub Cadet. Nice thing about this electronic gas gauge is when you get down to one bar, the bar flashes. It's nice to have that in front of you all the time. I like that. The push button reverse here is not as convenient as the Cub Cadet, but you know, it's not horrible. Hydrostatic transmission, clutch, brake pedal side by side, bigger pedal forward, little pedal reverse. Your handle to move is a lot easier than the Cub Cadet. I like that. What I don't like, the Cub Cadet has places grab bars, see, on the side. I really like that. There's nothing to hold on to here when you're going on the side of a ditch, you know, drainage ditch. You got to hold on underneath the fender with your fingers by the tire. I don't like that. That's not good planning. No, not good engineering. They could have put something in here. It would not have been that big a deal. Same thing. You know, something right here would have been great. The container box is really small, half the size of the one on the Cub Cadet. Do have at least a drink holder that's deep. That's good. This engine here is a 22, a John Deere brand, 724cc. I like that. It's a V-twin. It's got the quick oil change unit on it. I'm not a big fan of that. You take this off, $42, you buy a new one, you pop it on, it's full of oil, you're good to go. The problem is 2/3 of the dirty oil stays in the engine, and so I'm going to take this container and convert it over, take this off, this nut off, convert it, and I'll have a drain. I have my own little drain plug there, and I'll change my own oil. But the Cub Cadet, let's start that up by comparison. It's a little, I think, louder. Where you can turn it to reverse, push the button, the light goes on, now it will run. The whole time you're mowing, you can go on reverse and the blade will stay engaged. I like that option. 9 years and I only got 224 hours. Just because I use it at the lodge and don't mow that often. So other than the trails, grooming. So that's about it, the long and the short. So I reduced my cutting from 46 to 42 inches, but I don't think that's going to be an issue at all for me. I use a bush hog to cut this, all this over here. So it's not like that's a big deal. And then I use a John Deere to cut the front. You know, this is just the front side yard, the front of the house here, and of course back over there, you know, behind the house. You know, I've got some acreage back behind the cabin house, not a lot, behind the garage. So the John Deere does that. So, and then probably about a mile, maybe a mile and a half of trails that I groom. So that's about it. I think I like the choices I made, and we'll be living with them for a little time now. So this is Grampy signing off. See you guys later. Bye.